Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Pokemon Mystery Dungeons & Dragons: The Lanwell Chronicles. It is time for a Quill recap, so Quill, start us off.
Alright, we started off last episode leading a band of ferals and Harold's brother through a mountain pass by night and ran into a mentally robust weasel who Eugene bribed into keeping his mouth shut. And as morning rose, we took a hard left and crossed a river using the power of hydrogen bonding and swimming. From there, it was an uneventful walk to Maury Town, where we left the ferals and Hope in Maury's care. Upon arriving at Misty Gales, we learned that the CILS and the Purge have supposedly disbanded. None of us really buy it. Once we got to the once we got the anti-teleporter and Eugene had a chess rematch with Kalen, we proceeded to White Town where a suspicious election is happening. After getting the magic stick from Andre, we set our sights on infiltrating the former mayor's office to see if we can find out what's really going on with the leader's disappearances.
Oh, wow. Nice, short, and simple. Take your luck points.
Yay.
Yes, press X to doubt.
Yes, they've totally disbanded.
I believe it.
Wow, Parser.
I'll accept it.
Parser is Parser sometimes.
Clearly, what we gotta do is just do
Oh.
2 rolls and get it to throw out the worst one, because obviously Parser's biased.
I mean, yes, but Parser is as Parser does. Alright, so, anyways, it is still midday, so what do you intend on doing?
We plan to maybe reconvene in the outskirts to maybe discuss what we're going to do.
Okay.
Okay, so once we go through the town, and we also bought a few things off screen too.
Oh, right, yeah, off screen they bought a few things. Do you guys want to say what fancy things you bought, or shall we just leave that, leave it?
That's a good question. Do we want the audience to discover by surprise? There are a few
Uh,
neat trinkets.
well, I just got a bunch of +2 arrows and a healing potion, so wasn't that notable for me.
Reniel got a
Similar
ring of
story.
spell storing, so he's an honorary member of the MDRA.
Yes, I'm sure the MDRA would love him.
Oh, I also got a silence orb, invisify orb, and invasion orb, which just do silence, invisibility, and blur respectively.
Mhm. I got a +1 halberd and 2 neat little items here. A fireball necklace, so, if we ever just need to really make sure something burns and just drop that. And, oh yeah, that neat little crystal blade. So that'll be fun if that ever comes up.
Okay. But alrighty, so perhaps the same place that you guys decided not to sleep in one of the inns, perhaps you guys went to the same place where you sort of set up tent last night at the outskirts, where you can then chat it up how you feel.
Okay. So how are we gonna take this on?
It's a good question. I imagine I'm probably not one that wants to be anywhere near this, as he just kind of hits his chest with just one of his paws, given the armor.
Clang, clang.
Yeah, you hear some clanking
Loud clank.
sounds.
And as I imagine, we're not planning to storm this thing, so mostly leaves it to you, Eugene. I think you're probably the best one to decide.
All right. Well, I like to get everyone's input on it. Like, should we do what we did last time, or should we go get some reconnaissance, or?
Alright, so let's weigh out our options real quick. We could try going in through the sewers. What other angles could we approach this from?
And go invisible, and I could look around. But if there's like a secret passage or something, then it'd be hard to get you guys in there.
Do we even know if there is a direct connection to the office through the sewers? I mean, we know of one to the museum, but tunnels down there were definitely a rather large maze. Not to mention, we even came across a magic disguise distraction. What would you call it? So perhaps there's something, but there's no guarantee we'll even find it.
Fake wall.
Yeah.
I could disguise myself as one of the guards, but it'd be like another one of those situations where if I find something big, it's hard to get you guys in there.
Unfortunately, that might simply just... Well, I don't know how we're going to get the rest of us in. Maybe Reniel could help?
If there is a window, I could simply teleport us all in. Except for myself.
Right. I was sort of thinking of something of that nature. Is you've been able to teleport us around, but...
Maybe I can go in there, and if there is a window, you can get me out fast.
Reniel nods.
So long as I can see you.
Yeah. Well, I guess we should look at what we're dealing with first, but that is an option.
And of course, I might be able to help with Reniel getting in if it's direct line of sight. I mean, I still have an extra pounce wand here. Still got 2 uses left.
I bought a bunch of things to make it easier to sneak around, so I could use those if that comes to it. If it comes to it.
It's just that, as I see it, I think our best way in... If you go in beforehand, if there's an open window, then Reniel can get the rest of us in.
Yeah.
I can let him use the pounce wand to get himself in.
I could perhaps lock the door or jam the door too.
It may be better for me to stay outside.
All right. Well, another thing to do if that's the case is stay in contact with me through, the whole head speak.
He nods.
I just realized, I think the crew still has the seashells, don't they?
Yes.
Oh.
Wait.
I thought you guys got them back.
I thought we did too, because Reniel had to use sending for Ison.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys got the seashells back.
In that case, that's Wait, was this requiring attunement? I mean, Celestia's needing an attunement, so...
Well, maybe give one to Reniel and another to another party member to so he can literally act as a telephone if
Not even
we
just
need.
telephone, he'll be able to see. Yeah, that's actually a pretty good option here. In that case, Sergey actually pulls out the seashells. This might also be really helpful if not only you want to communicate with each other, but even see what's going on.
Yeah. Oh, you can make it visual too?
If you close your eyes.
Okay. Yeah, that's useful.
Didn't know they could do that.
All right. Well, should we go look at the place then? See what we're dealing with, because we're kind of theorying here if there's even a window or place is.
Right. It's only as good to plan until we know what we're dealing with.
Yeah.
Were we looking for a window into the museum?
The mayor's office.
Yeah.
Right.
Because the museum plan ended up being completely
Yeah. We just
needless.
asked. Got it.
We just kind of bought the stick.
All right. Yeah. So we want to go to. We'll go back in town, ask around where the mayor's office is, and you will go check it out from the exterior.
Okay, so give me a second. Let me. Sorry, had a bit of a frog in my throat or whatever the expressions. Anyways, all right. So you go back in town. You ask around, maybe as like pretending you're wandering tourists or something, and you're given a location, sort of northwestern side of town. Walking there, you see a fairly rectangular building, long and sort of thinnish. From the front, there does indeed appear to be some windows. Now, are you gonna sort of circle around it?
Yeah.
Okay, you circle around it, and from what it appears from the outside, there does appear to be windows into like each build, each room. Though some of the windows are curtained off at the moment.
Okay. So, got to figure out which one is the room we're looking for. Does any one look particular more grandiose than the others? The ones that are open?
All the ones that currently have the curtains open actually appear to be just like random office spaces or stuff like that. None of the areas scream, "This is where the mayor is."
Okay. I'm just thinking of how we could ask.
Do any of the curtains have like an insignia on them that we can see from the backside?
No.
Okay.
Second, let me go back in my notes here. I believe his name is Rin. He's a Sceptile. Okay. Um. Okay. What if we play ignorant here? Let's say I go in and oh no, that's a little too ignorant. Okay, let's maybe let's go inside. Okay, we go inside.
Yeah, I suppose there's no objections.
Alright, I guess we can.
Yeah.
Assuming
I think
there's
nothing else is really coming to me.
I mean, hey, if it's just open,
Yeah, it does not appear like the entire town hall has been closed off or anything like that.
hey, might as well just look around inside and be tourists.
Okay, so you walk inside and you see this sort of entryway chamber, there is a reception desk in the center of the room that has and I don't know, there is a red carpet on the floor, a nice, decently comfortable carpet, and there seems to be a room to the left side and a room to the right side, and there are a couple of chairs against the walls for people who are waiting. The Audino herself seems to be in a bit of a stressed state, but as you walk in, she tries to plaster on a smile and she says, "Hi there, welcome to Town Hall. Can I help you?"
Hi, I'm my name's Thomas. I had something for Mayor Bryn, but I've heard of what happened, and it seems I won't be giving it to him.
Yeah, sorry about that. We don't know what happened to him really either. He's just been gone, and then there's that sudden election that the Freelance Guild did. It's been largely chaotic. Sorry, I don't think you're going to be able to give it to him anytime soon. If he ever shows up, I'll be sure to mention you're around.
Okay. Or could you well, it's actually it's a it's a paperweight. It's a paperweight that I got for him.
Oh, really? Do you want me to hold on to it or something?
I was wondering if you could just put it in his office for him. For
Eugene hears in his head.
Or you could ask where the office is so that you could put it there yourself.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, I suppose if I have some time, I could maybe put it in his office.
Or I could go do it for you. You look very busy, ma'am.
I don't. I orders were that we weren't supposed to let the office is supposed to be closed off for now, so I really shouldn't let a visitor like you in. Though as she says this, you can kind of tell that there is definitely a part of her that like the idea of not having to do it because she does appear to be busy.
We don't need to do anything fancy. We're not. We just need to pop open the door, stick it in there, and close it, and be done.
Yeah.
Roll persuasion,
Who, Harold or me?
Harold.
Okay.
Gosh dang it.
Oof.
I am gonna go ahead.
Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and spend 4 luck points and turn that into a 15.
Okay. She looks at you nervously, sorta. You see her looking to her left, your right. She seems to be contemplating about it, and she says, "I really, I shouldn't, but at the same time, if you're just gonna be there for, you're just gonna be there for like a few seconds, maybe a minute, right? Nothing too long."
Yeah.
You won't even know we were there.
Okay, all right. There'll, it'll be, head to my right. It'll be the furthest room down to the right of the hallway. There are two Pokemon guarding it. Just tell them I sent you and they'll let you in. Just please don't be long.
All right. What's your name?
Sylvis. Tell them
Much
Silvus.
thanks.
You look really tired, Silvus.
I am, but I'll be fine.
You after we're done here, maybe you should request to take the day off. Get someone else in here. You look really tired.
I mean, I could, but I don't think there's anybody available to take my place today.
I think you should demand it. I think, it looks like you're literally losing sleep over a silly election. And I'm doing this to, like, buy time for them to go ahead. And, maybe extend their seconds a little bit.
Are them going to go ahead?
Yeah, I will go ahead.
Yep.
And would you say I've been talking to her for about a minute?
I think that conversation was was about maybe half a minute at best.
Okay. Just as long as it's a minute. You should really consider it, though. And I work with the guild, and some days I just sleep in because it's good to get some Z's.
Yeah, I know it is best too, but at the same time, well, I could try asking, I suppose.
Yeah, you should. You really should.
Okay,
Well,
okay, I'll say by now, probably a minute's passed or so.
okay. Well, they left without me. I better go catch up to them.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to. Yeah, go catch up with your friends.
Yeah, best of luck. Have a good day.
Yeah, you too. Okay, as for the rest of you, while Eugene was stalling, you as you were told, you walk through the door to the right, and you see this large hallway, same red carpet, and there are several doors that appear to be official offices, and as she said, there are two guards in front of the farthest door to the right. They appear to be a Farfetch'd and a Reboot.
All right. Um, going to quickly, as we're going down the hall to Renyel and Sergey, got anything I can slip in the room?
Let's see what's expended. I'm not giving up the cup.
Mhm.
The cup is more vital than world peace.
Why not just an apple?
I got something.
The soda drink hat and foam finger.
That's totally a paperweight.
About as useful as one.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, we have the bucket.
I
Actually,
think
I've got a bronze compass on me. If we want
Hmm.
something.
that actually looks like it might actually be delivered. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, bronze compass then. I can always just get another.
All right. So I'm gonna approach the guards.
Okay. You
Hey,
do.
sorry to bother you. we know about what's going on. We had something we were supposed to deliver to the mayor. You okay if we just drop it off right inside the door real quick? We already talked to Silvis about it.
Silvis agreed. They both look at each other. They look to you and they say, "Fine, but be quick about it. Don't mess up anything, okay? Just be in and out."
You won't even know I was in there.
They stand aside to let you in.
Okay. I'm gonna gesture for Sergey to hand me the compass.
I'll do so.
Okay, I'm gonna go in. I'm not gonna actually like root through anything, but just like basically my plan is I'm gonna just kind of drop this off on his desk because I'm assuming there's a desk in there.
There is a desk in there, yes.
And I'm just gonna kind of look around and with a very cursory glance see if anything seems out of the ordinary.
Okay, so you walk into the office. You see that there is a desk, there are a few cabinets, and a bookshelf, but all of them seem to be entirely empty. There's no books in the bookshelf. The desk has no papers or anything on it, and there doesn't appear to be anything sticking out or anything notable about the cabinets. There is a window there, but the curtains are currently closed.
Okay. Are the guards looking in at me?
Mm, they are currently, yes.
Okay. Um, want to see if I can. So I'm going to walk around to the other side of the desk and set the compass down there.
Okay.
And when I do that, I'm going to try to slightly. Because this is a one floor building, right?
Yes.
I'm going to try to slightly crack open the curtains with my tail.
Okay, the curtains are a little far from the desk.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a good 10 feet away.
Reniel has a plan to open them from the outside.
Okay. All right, I will.
I assume you can communicate that to
Yes.
Harold.
By this point in
Okay.
time, Eugene, you have reached the rest of the group.
Before that, is there like a spot in the hallway where I could duck into?
The hallway itself appears to be straight. There are a number of rooms and stuff like that, but
More or less to break line of sight from everyone.
let's see. There's a bit of like small cover, like maybe some crates and stuff like that, if you wanted to hide behind one of those or something like that.
Okay. I'm going to go into one of those and I'm going to turn into Sylvis with this guy's self.
Interesting. All right, I believe that's just you automatically do that.
Let me see. Disguise self.
Yeah, let me
Uh,
look at it as well. Yep. Can't cheat. I'll ignore the similar basic form and stuff like that because I assume they did not expect Pokemon to be factored.
All right.
I mean, he's got 2 arms, 2 legs, a head.
Yeah.
Similar enough.
It's just like if she's a little taller than me, then that top part's an illusion.
Hmm.
Turns into a hunchback version of Sylvis.
But yeah, by the looks of things, yeah, it's just an action and you're done. You do it.
All right, and then I'm gonna walk towards the room.
Okay. You do that. Both guards look to you, and you guys also see Silvus approaching. And the guards say, Silvus, why have you left your post?
I figured I'd give me a Sylvis line.
A Silvus line.
Yeah, feed me a Sylvis line.
Uh, what sort of line do you mean?
Just something so I can get into character.
Oh, uh, I just something like I came to check on you, or I'm here because I maybe take
Yeah.
the suggestion to take the day off, or something like that.
Okay. Well, I let these Pokemon come into the room, but I figured I'd tidy up the room a little bit.
Well, the rooms should be empty aside from the compass that they put in it. I guess maybe there's a bit of dust, but
Yeah, that's what I want to clean up. I just want to make sure it's pristine for when the next candidate gets elected.
fair enough. Try not to overwork yourself, okay?
Don't worry about me.
All right.
Harold's all the way already on the way out,
Yeah.
and
I'm also
looking.
still connected with Reniel, and I'm gonna tell him it's me.
He
I
acknowledges.
I feel like I could deduce this
Uh,
reasonably because we
you
had discussed plans like this.
you can guess. Otherwise, you'd have to make a. You could maybe assume, since it does seem odd for Silvus to be here. Otherwise, you could attempt to discern the disguise with an investigation check against his spell save if you wanted to. But otherwise, I'm sure Radial could just confirm it either way.
Well, what I was going to do about it, honestly, I am probably okay with even if I get the real deal with it,
Oh, okay.
because goodness knows she could use a break.
All right. Go
Um,
ahead and say your piece then.
well, best of luck. It doesn't seem like there's a whole heck of a lot in there, but
Yeah. Well,
sometimes the little details count. I'm going to give Bardic Inspiration.
okay. Thank you. Oh, what was your name? Henry, Harvey.
Harold.
Yeah, Harold. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. It's just a little bit of dusting. Just yeah. You guys should get some sleep too.
In the middle of the afternoon.
Yeah. Oh, what time is it?
Uh, it's the middle of the afternoon, ma'am.
Oh, I thought it was. Oh, it's. I was falling asleep at the desk. That's kind of why I want to do this too. So I want to keep it worked.
Go ahead, ma'am. Just you all you all go on now, ma'am. You just
Yeah.
quickly do it, and then you can head back to your post.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go into the room.
Okay, and what are the rest of you gonna do? The guards are side-eyeing you now.
Right.
Oh, Renio's
Yeah.
leaving.
Yeah, I'm leaving.
Sergey, I assume you're also.
It looks like he might be away. But yes, Sergey will go with us. Yes.
Oh, okay. All right, so you all leave outside, and as you go into the main floor again, you see Sylva still at her desk. She looks to you and says, "Oh, okay, you're done. All right, I hope you all have a nice day. Where's your friend, by the way?"
I think he went to the bathroom.
Okay, I see. She gives a yawn and she says, "All right, have a nice day, you guys."
Yeah. Best of luck with all of this.
Thanks.
All right. I'm gonna head outside.
Okay. Sylvis, what are you doing?
Okay, I am going to start pretending I'm dusting things or wiping things off.
The guards don't seem to be paying you too much mind, by the way.
Okay, I'm going to then I'm going to use those opportunities to look in some drawers as I go.
Okay. Well, as Harold saw and as confirmed with you, on outward appearance, all the desk drawers and all the cabinet drawers, all of them appear to be entirely empty.
Okay. And then I'm going to go over to the window and pretend I'm like kind of wringing it out and opening it up, letting a little bit of light in.
Okay, you could see the outside just fine from the window.
Okay. I'm going to look at the floor. Is there any like kind of indentation or anything of like a secret door by the desk in the room?
Uh, roll investigation. And I'll lower the D. And I'll since you're oh, I didn't even need to say what I was going to say. Okay, so you look carefully, and it does indeed look like there might be some indication that perhaps some part of around this desk is able to be moved. You can't quite tell where the mechanism is, but it does look like around this desk there is a way to move it.
Is there a button underneath the kind of the desk?
There's not.
Hmm. I'll check the chair as I begin kind of like fluffing maybe the pillow on it or something.
Chair seems to be empty as well.
Hmm.
As for the rest of you, what are you doing?
Going around outside the building to where the mayor's office is.
Okay, you do that. You walk around and you see that the curtains are open and you can see inside and see Silvis was inspecting under the desk or around the desk for a bit and is now looking at the chair.
Okay, I'm going to cast message. Find anything yet?
There's a secret door. I don't know how to get it open though.
Check and see if there's anything hidden in the bookshelves.
I'm gonna go over to the bookshelves
Okay,
and
uh,
roll an investigation.
yeah.
Okay. Natural
Okay.
Oh,
20.
Yes, you find it perfectly. You see in the bookshelves, hidden, very hidden behind like one of the posts, there does appear to be a mechanism hidden back there.
Okay. Um, then I'll give Reniel the since they're talking to me now. I'll say there's a mechanism in the bookshelf. Harold was right.
Okay, Reniel will pass this information to everyone else. Actually, he's not, because if he breaks telepathy with Eugene, he can't reestablish it because he's too far away.
Oh, I missed a spot. I'm so tired. I need some coffee. Okay. I'm gonna go back over to the desk, and I'm gonna see if there's that little trick with the drawer that I use in their drawers.
Oh, perfect. I was hoping you would ask that. I'm not even going to have you roll for it, since you actually specified exactly what you needed to. You do indeed see that that little trick is being employed in that desk. And you see hidden is a note there.
It is kind of, since if I'm behind the desk, is kind of my line of sight kind of broken. These guys aren't even paying attention to me, are they?
They aren't paying attention to you, but yes, you're behind the desk. Your line of sight is broken from them.
Okay, and then I'll just pretend like I'm dusting, and I'm going to slip that note into my illusion. It looks like I probably look like an NPC in like a Bethesda game as like a note goes into it. Yeah, okay, I'll take that. So besides the desk, the bookshelf, is there anything else notable in this room on like the ceilings or anywhere else?
There does not appear to be, no.
Okay. I think that'll do. I'm gonna go back to the front. Uh, you know, should I have let those Pokemon in? I feel kind of I overstepped a little. I mean, they left that pretty looking compass there. You should go look at it. It looks like some sort of treasure. Do you know why the mayor would want something like that?
I can't say for certain, ma'am.
Or former mayor, right?
Yeah. It's hard to say for certain. Maybe something to give the sailors, maybe something personal. It's hard to say, but it looks like they didn't really do anything aside from leave the compass, so it was fine. If they were
Yeah,
messing around in here, then that'd be something to worry about. We can't have it be messed up for when the new mayor takes office, but what they
yeah,
did was fine.
yeah. I kept that in mind too, just in case they were doing something in here, and I wanted to double check. I just didn't want to say it in front of them.
It's quite smart of you. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, no problem. But I think I'm gonna go back to the front.
Go right ahead, ma'am.
All right. So I'm gonna go back down the hallway and then kind of go back into the same spot and turn back into Eugene.
Okay, you do that.
And then I'm going to walk out the front.
Okay, you walk out and she sees you and she says, "Oh, there you are." Kind of,
Oh,
you took
yeah,
a bit longer than I thought you would.
yeah, it was it was it was I'd rather not talk about it.
Okay. As your friends have already left, so run along now, okay?
Oh, yeah, I gotta go catch up to them. Did they go far?
I don't know. I just saw that they left.
Okay, I'll see you later. Bye, Silvis. Get some rest.
Yeah, I'll
You,
try.
you might start hallucinating and dreaming, and I've had one of those vivid dreams that I could have sworn was real, where I was like doing something, and like, or I forgot stuff, and my friend said, "Oh, did you Thomas? Did you know you were like baking?" And I was like, "Oh, I thought that was a dream. I was really baking," and I was really tired. I
Yeah.
actually baked donuts.
Sounds nice.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, I'll keep that in mind. So hurry on now.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. And I'm gonna go leave and hope my horrible attempt at suggestion works.
Okay. All right. So are you gonna head to where the rest of the group is?
Yeah.
Okay. You do that, and you are all together now outside of the window to the mayor's office. It still seems to be open. The guards did not seem to close it all.
Yeah. Because we might need to go back in there at nighttime. So I'm gonna, yeah, I'm gonna tell them that's the reason I left it open. I'm telling Reniel this too in ThoughtSpeak. I also got some note hidden in the drawer.
What does it say?
I haven't looked at it yet because I don't want to just open it up open.
All right, Reniel will relay that he has found that Eugene has found a note.
You're all together. You can all speak with each other.
Yeah.
We gotta be sneaky.
Still in the middle of town.
Fair enough.
I guess we're gonna go back to our little camp and perhaps plan what else we're gonna do with this place and read the note.
Okay. All right. You all do that. You all return back to your little spot in the outskirts of town.
And we open the note. I don't know if it was like a letter or just like a parchment.
It's a very small note, and it
Okay.
reads as follows.
Ancient banner. If I had to guess, that refers to some sort of symbol from old Caldwelch.
Do you know anything about that, Sergey? Or
Yeah, do I know what that might refer to?
Eugene, Sergey, and Harold. All of Eugene, because you read a book on history. All of you give me history checks.
All right.
I think I'm good at those.
I am not. Ah,
You are not.
18.
Okay,
18, 17, and 9.
Harold and Eugene. Harold probably because like you've maybe seen performances of like the about ancient Caldwelch, and Eugene because he researched it. You know that ancient Caldwelch used to have a flag dash banner that was a fancy, ornate looking sword on sort of a red background. This sword is itself supposed to be a mystical ancient weapon that Caldwelch got its name from, so the sword itself is also called Caldwelch. So if it is talk about an ancient banner, perhaps at least with the train of thought that it might be something of the ancient Caldwelch kingdom, that would be it, is the Caldwelch sword on a red background.
I'm gonna conjure up an image of it with minor illusion. Something like this.
Yeah, now I'm kind of remembering. I remember seeing something like that, reading about that. So we know where the switch is, but what is bearing the seal or the banner refer to? Do we just have to have it on us? Or...
The
I
bigger
don't know.
question is if we actually want to contact this individual.
And I think we know who that individual is. If I had to guess, if we don't have this symbol of the Caldwelch, well, then we're not supposed to be there.
Yeah.
But they all know who we are anyway, so I don't know how much of a difference it'll make.
If it's who we think it is best that we not let them know that we are on to them. As far as they know, we think that they have disbanded.
Surely they don't think we're that stupid, do they?
The thing is, they've disappeared from the public eye. So if we can, stop them from lying low, that's maybe what we need to do here. To unroot them from the ground. They'll have a lot of explaining to do.
I don't assume we do this though by pressing that button. Should we at the very least leave this as it is? Maybe return the notes, or
We could burn the note. We can just keep it to memory.
but the problem is more so if it's missing.
You're saying we should return it?
Do you think they would be suspicious?
It sort of would. Yes, if someone is looking for it. But I don't know. Everyone seems to be none the wiser as to what's going on.
At least aside from those who are in the know-how. And if they know and they don't find that note, well, who do you think they would assume would?
Just we have to go back in there and put it back.
We're going back in there anyway, right?
Yeah, are we planning to go down use the bookshelf switch? Seems Reniel's opposed to it.
I will not stop you. After all, I will not be in there.
Okay, yeah. All right, I think, but when it says bear just how it says bear the ancient banner, then activate the switch. That's what has me a little confused because it makes it seem like you're presenting it to someone. Then it should be the other way around.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. Don't worry about the order of operations.
Okay.
It does say and, not then.
Okay. Okay, but it just has me worried too if we press that and there's someone down there. Or what if I'm Sylvis again and I use some sort of. I use that coat of arms or banner.
Silvis might work, but I think. What about that Mr. Rhyme at the museum? What was his name? Gerald?
Gerald, yeah. Yeah, or that Cinderace too, Kieran.
I had another thought. So what if wherever this goes is also connected to the sewers? Maybe we could find another way.
We never went into that room where they were talking in the sewers.
Well, you saw the room, and you were pretty sure. Did you see the room?
We did not see the room. I listened at the door.
Oh, never mind then.
Trying to remember, that place went further, didn't it?
It was I mean, it was a sewer. It was pretty large. It kind of went down to another level of the basement, and there was a large metal door, and I didn't go inside.
I mean, I would have to assume it's got to be connected to the sewer in some means, because if it's going to be a secret passage leading underground, there's not really much else it could go. So, I mean, a basement maybe, but sewer runs through the whole city.
Okay. I think what I'll do here is I'll get some pristine, pretty-looking paper out of my forgery kit, and I'm going to make that. I'm gonna make that banner on it.
Okay. Let's see. Roll me a sleight of hand, adding your. Are you proficient in, like, forgery kits or things like that?
Yep.
I am going to use Minor Illusion to give him a reference to make it off of.
Okay. Roll sleight of. Yeah, roll. Well, roll dexterity with proficiency, and you'll have advantage because you're getting a visual reference.
All right. Our proficiency is 3 right now, right?
I believe so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because 4 at level 9. Oh my gosh.
Ugh.
Do you still have inspiration?
How
From-
long did it take us to get here?
It's
Not too long. I think Bardic Inspiration is still active.
All right. And what is that? That's an 8?
plus a d8.
All right. I will use that here then. Okay.
Ooh.
That bumps it up to a 17.
Okay, there you are. Oh my gosh, the dice are not kind to you today.
I got a
Well,
nat
I mean-
20 earlier.
Okay, the dice are bipolar today, which I suppose means it's an average day. Alright, so you managed to. You feel fairly faithfully replicate the banner using inspiration from Harold and using his visual image.
Okay. Well, I'll keep this on me in case we want to go through the disguise route again. So, what's the plan? Are we going to go through the sewer, or are we going to... Or are we going to try and just use deception to see what's going on down there?
How long is it until nightfall?
By this point in time, it's around mid to late afternoon, so nightfall will be happening in like 2 or 3 hours.
Okay.
And we still have the window.
Well, I have a terrible idea that I don't think is what we want to go with, but I figure I should bring it up at least. We could have Eugene and myself try to go in through the office while Sergey and Renyel try to get in through the sewers.
Putting the part. Or I could give Reniel that spell I used the with that ring he bought, and he could go with me as someone as well.
I don't know if there's a way to get Reniel in there, though.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Unless that window can open.
I could
Good.
thunder step in, but that would surely draw attention.
I mean, you've
Was that
opened.
window able to open?
You didn't investigate it enough to fully say for certain, but it didn't look like it couldn't, I'll say. And windows are typically made to be fire exits as well as for decoration purposes, so you don't know for sure, but you imagine it more likely could than could not.
It's a one-floor building. We could easily just, if it opens, help each other up. So it's really just if we want to decide if we want to actually try this sewer strat here, or just use the window.
I think it would be too risky that the sewer would lead to nowhere, or we wouldn't be able to find it, and it just.
The sewer doesn't waste time, though. I mean, if we're down there, the worst that happens is what? We find nothing.
Well, yeah, but then the party's split.
I wasn't suggesting we split the party for that.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Well, I mean, what do you think, Doc and Crow? Should we check the sewers and then come back up late at night and try to break in, or what?
Hmm. M- I think I'm kind of debating the splitting the party thing. Like, yes, you shouldn't do that, but it's like,
Shall I get the Don't Split the Party song ready for you all?
it's different. We're not going into battle. We're we're
Stealthing,
yeah.
which could very easily lead to battle.
What do you think of that? I give you disguise self, Reniel, and you use it.
Whoever it is would have to be pretty silent.
Couldn't you mimic their voice with minor illusion?
I suppose that is a possibility.
Like, you could get me in there. I can open the window for you, and then we could hit the switch and show them the symbol.
I actually do have a disguise kit.
Oh, okay. That works too. What about Sergey?
I am Sergey. I think Ice might be aware, or otherwise you're muted, Ice.
I could make him invisible.
That could work. He might want to take off his armor too. So maybe he's a little bit more quiet.
Okay, yeah, he's burping. I guess just say yes or no if you want to invisible and armor off. Just remember, because of how armor works, that thing takes frickin' forever to don.
10 minutes.
Well,
You
yeah,
just
10
can't put it
minutes.
on in the mid. If a battle breaks out, you just basically can't put it on
Yeah.
a whim. If a battle happens, I get no AC, but that's the trade-off of trying to stealth. I mean, I'd have one chance to regardless.
That was an interesting impression. So,
It
what
wasn't
do
a
you?
bad one.
I guess yes or no, Ice.
Dead air.
Yeah.
Uh,
Sergey's really deep in thought right now as he's choosing his answer.
must think this through. It
I
is
mean,
a very
yeah.
difficult decision.
I mean, yes, it would be good to be sneaky, but if I need to wacky, it could bode very.
I'm so sorry, Ice.
I guess I could use enhance ability to suppress the disadvantage.
Yeah.
But he still sucks at stealth, even with that. And I was going to use it to help Eugene and myself with charisma checks.
Yeah, it would be advantage with no armor and invisibility. But you're also terrible with rolls. I guess
Looks
no.
like we're going.
Yeah, I guess no armor and invisible's the plan then.
All right. So I'll cast disguise self into Renyl's ring then, and so who do you want to be? Do you want to be Geralt or Kieran? Probably Kieran because we haven't really talked to him as much.
Yeah, also Bunny.
Yeah.
Bnui.
Bunny.
All right. It only lasts an hour, so we have to do it like. I don't think it's concentration either. So.
It is not.
Yeah. All right. That's all my spells though. I only have 3. So I put one into Renyl's ring, and so we're waiting for nightfall for it to do this then.
Yeah. And Renyl
Okay.
has a vortex warp in there from last night. I think we had it last night. Yeah, we did.
What'd you do last night? The record vortex warp?
Nothing. I just put it into the spell storing ring.
Oh, okay. All right, gotcha. Okay, all right. So yeah, you all you wait for nightfall, and night soon comes to the city. It becomes a bit less crowded, and Streets are a bit freer.
Okay. Let's make our way to town hall once again.
Okay. You make your way back to town hall.
Okay, so Eugene, who are you disguising yourself as?
I'm going to be Gerald, the museum curator.
Okay, trying to think who that leaves me with.
There's Thornton.
Probably not a great idea.
Yes, let Thornton come.
Oh, wait, that he's Aaron, right?
He's purged, man.
Yeah.
Do you want to like make a history check to try and remember various members of CLS that you know about?
I'm looking through my list here, but I'm probably overlooking people.
There's that Kadabra. We don't really know anything about him.
There's the dead Hypno.
Yeah, they probably know he's dead.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
Otherwise,
you can disguise yourself as a corpse.
There's the leader of. We haven't even seen this guy, so I don't. It's like Howell, the leader of CILS, is a Nidoking. We haven't seen him.
You know, honestly, maybe rather than disguising myself as a specific individual, I should just obfuscate my own identity.
Just become someone else.
I can tell you there's one obvious pick that you're missing, but I won't say anything else.
Okay, I guess I'll make that history check.
Okay.
What am I forgetting? $16.
Okay, so out of all the names you've mentioned, you're also forgetting that Raven is
Yeah, I was.
technically a part of CILS.
Right.
He's a arguably double agent, but they don't, at least he thinks they don't know that. Otherwise, yeah, you've gotten everyone else basically.
Okay. Time to whip out the disguise kit then.
You're both blue, so
Both mammals.
yeah.
All right. I am going to upcast enhance ability on both myself and Eugene to provide advantage on charisma checks.
Okay.
And is using the disguise kit going to be charisma, I assume?
Yes.
So, yeah, overall, this is going to be at +8. Oh, well, that works.
I come back to see it in that 20. Nice.
Yeah, I'd say it at 20. All right, so you were disguising as Raven, right?
Yes.
You're pretty sure your disguise as Raven is almost perfect, or is
Somehow.
actually perfect.
He's got a little doo-wop nose at the end of his bill.
Better, it's just like the TF2 spy mask.
No, I look exactly the same. I just have a sticky note on my forehead that says "Do
Yes.
what, Raven."
Pulling an Aster, I see.
Okay.
And see, if you're just odd enough, people don't question it.
All right. So I think the plan is I'm gonna get Vortex warped in. I'm going to turn into the Mr. Rhyme Gerald first, and then
And then Renyel will Vortex Warp him in through the window.
Or should we just check to see if we can open the window first?
Yeah,
Well,
like
I-
you're gonna make it so that you can open the window from the outside.
Probably gonna have to be inside to open the window.
and turn Sergey invisible.
Well, Renyel's got to be inside first.
Okay.
Right.
Actually, no, he doesn't. Just in case, we'll see if the window can be open first.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a better idea.
Because if he invisifies him and then has to cast Vortex Warp to get everyone in, that's a waste
Right.
of spell slot.
Right. All right. So just am I inside?
Yes.
All right.
Okay, you are inside. The door seems to be closed, but the office does seem to be still as empty as it was before.
All right. And I'm going to go over to the window and try and open it.
You go to the window, and it does appear that it could be opened.
All right. And I wave them all in.
All right.
All right. Sergey is invisible now.
Let's roll in the room.
Okay, yep, you're all able to climb in.
All right. And then I shut the window.
Okay.
And I close the blinds or the curtains.
Okay.
All right. Let's I get out that paper I made,
Okay.
and before I do this, what are we gonna ask them?
Tell them we've been left in the dark. And we need to know what's going on.
Right? Maybe get some information of what they're doing regarding us too. All right, because they killed one of my family members. All right, I go and hit the button.
All right. You go in. You hit the button, and you see the desk lift up before the floor. The floor around the desk lifts up and gets pushed back, revealing a staircase leading downwards.
All right. And we begin going down.
Okay. You go downward and you see that this pathway would normally be dark, but it is lit by not only is it lit by torchlight, but also you see off in the distance there's a crimson glow.
Oh, good.
Is it a rather linear hallway, or does it branch
Yeah,
off anywhere?
it is a linear hallway. So far, you're
All right.
just climbing down steps.
All right, we're gonna keep going.
Okay. The light comes into focus, and you see off in the distance there are these double doors, and there are two Loudred there, along with two of those red crystals. The Loudred seems to be guarding a door.
Do they look like feral Pokemon, or are they normal?
They do look like feral Pokemon, yes.
I'm going to walk up to them.
Reniel's going to cast Clairvoyance on the other side of the door.
You see a hallway.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you going to do anything specific while walking up to them?
I'm going to bear the image.
Okay. You walk up to them. By the way, the map is oh, which reminds me, I should probably show the audience the map. The map is what you're
Oh,
seeing as
there
well.
we go.
Oh, I didn't even realize. I was just theater of mind in this.
Yeah, you
Uh,
walk up bearing the banner, and the Loudred look to you. They look at the banner, and they don't seem to do anything.
I go forward and try and open the door then.
You go forward, and it does appear that the door itself can be opened. Yep.
Okay. I will open it.
Okay. Inside, and I'm not going to be able to remove the fog because I ended up forgetting something. But inside, you see a
No.
hallway leading here this way, and another double door.
There's
You guys want me to Clairvoyance that one?
there's another door and another double door.
Yeah, another double door right here, and then there's just a hallway leading up to it. You can see the part of the hallway here.
No guards.
No guards.
Okay. I'm still gonna have it out still, but I'm not like presenting it or anything, and I'm going to walk. And is anyone following me? Like, or is the party following me?
Yeah,
Yes.
behind you.
yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna keep opening the doors then.
Okay.
We're probably going to close this door behind us once we get past the girls.
Okay, you're just gonna walk in?
Yeah. I'm gonna hold up the note if just in case, but I'm gonna open the door as well.
Okay. So, you open the door, and you see 3 Pokemon. A B-Sharp, a Sceptile, and a Clefable. As you all go over here, Sergey, roll me stealth at advantage.
Oh boy. Here we go.
Interesting. Anyways, as you walk in, the 3 of them look to you and they say, and Sceptile looks over to you and says, "Oh, you 3. What are you all here for? Gerald,
Yeah.
Kieran, Raven?"
Checking in on you. You had us worried for a minute there.
Sorry about that. I didn't mean to do this ploy, but desperate times called for desperate measures.
Of
Raven,
course.
you didn't exactly help with the desperate times, I might add, but
Look, I've got those guys trusting me for now. I don't think it's a good idea to burn that.
to say, Eugene?
I'm going to say I'm more interested in what's going to be done about those four. They have disgraced House Tomas. And
Continue.
and I feel I should know, for what happened, what's going to be done with them.
Bryn sort of approaches you guys. The other two seem to be watching for now, and he says, "Yeah, I understand. Listen, I we can't involve you in this, but we do have a plan. After what happened in that town, we're not at a point where we're in a tough spot. That group, they clearly know more than they're letting on, and I doubt this ploy is even going to help, but at the very least it might throw them off for a bit. But they there's a lot they could do, especially since one of their own is the son of Purge members. If we continued our plans as they were, not only will the anti-war sentiments make things difficult now, but that party could expose us and get us exposed and taken down before we're able to do anything. And if that happens, there's nothing stopping the Purge from just sweeping in and taking control of all of us, making us like their little puppets.
I've just felt I've been left in the dark about all of this. But I wish to know what we plan. I want to help.
I'll tell you what the plan is, but I can't ask you to help. We need people left behind after what happens. We haven't had contact with our leader after the purge got him. So if I'm gone, then I need you, Theobald, and you, Karen, to step up. But I will tell you what we're going to do about it.
That is.
Fleffel has given us a possibility. He apparently knows a place that those four plan on going to eventually. I haven't gotten exact details from him, but he's absolutely certain they're going to be heading to some form of mystery dungeon soon. And when they do, we're going to ambush them.
You sure you trust that guy? I mean, he's always seemed like. And Harold does the little crazy gesture, spinning his finger next to his head.
To be honest, I don't entirely, but as of right now, it's clear Fluffle wants what's about to happen as much as the rest of us. I don't trust him, but I at least trust that this ambush is something he wants as well, because he wants to eliminate that group for his own ends just as much as we do.
I would have liked to be more involved, but I suppose that will do.
I'm
By
sorry.
any chance, are you aware of what's happening in Steelport as well?
I've heard rumors. Apparently, if what that group implied is correct, the Purge's leader is possibly doing something similar to what we're doing, which, if they are, I sure as heck hope Fleffel doesn't expect us to get along, but if they're doing their own separate ambush, well, we can only hope that that group kills them off, so that's less we have to deal with. But that's what
Well,
I
just
suspect is happening over there. I can't entirely be sure, but what they're doing is very eerily similar to what we're doing, and we've heard Fluffle has his mitts in both groups, both
And
us and them.
what if Leftwolf favors Aaron, the Purge?
Fluffle is Lidrith. I don't think he favors either side. And from what I've researched, he's been doing, if what we've heard is correct, he seems to be playing both of us. To be frank, we will have to eliminate Fluffle eventually, and perhaps, depending on where he fits in this ambush, if that group also kills him off, well, that's one less thorn at our side. Otherwise, we'll take care of him later. Once our plans kick off, we'll wait for him to show up and we'll give him our own ambush.
Very much agreed. I don't trust him.
I don't either. He's been useful in helping us shake off Arian's oppression, or at least be in the beginning stages to do so, but we do eventually need to be rid of him.
It just angers me of what happened to my own flesh and blood on Tronfanel due to those four, and they're walking around like that.
I understand. Believe me, I understand, Gerald. But we can't play recklessly. If we play recklessly, Aaron wins. They continue their system of oppression. They continue changing their food prices whenever they want. They continue running the Freelance Guild as their shadow puppets. They continue their system of nobility while we're not allowed to. If we fail here, then nothing will change. We have to restore Caldwelch's old glory. And if something happens to us, then I need you to be alive and be around.
I never got a chance to ask, what did you make of that speech those trainees were given back there? I mean, I'm trying to make heads or tails of it. Maybe they really believe what they were saying.
I do believe they have some sort of dirt on us, as it were. Beyond.
Yeah, but
Continue.
what motive would they have for spilling it?
Like I said, they have a son of the Purge among them. And let's be
Yeah,
honest.
but they've been doing the same thing against the Purge, too.
Perhaps. I can't say with in all certainty exactly what or why, to be entirely honest. Their motivations do confuse me as well, but either way, they are a threat, and one we have to deal with some way or another. I'm not going to let what they did to Gerald's brother stand, and I'm not going to let them ruin our plans either. Even if they think what they're doing is noble or just, they're just pawns in the Purge's and Arian's schemes. That's all anyone in the Freelance Guild is. Not excluding present company, you've already sworn your loyalty to us, but you
Yeah,
know as
I
well
was
as
gonna
I
say,
do that the Freelance Guild are either directly or indirectly being manipulated by them.
Very well, I'll trust you then, Brian. Tell me how this ambush goes, though.
When the time comes, Fluffle has been attempting to use magic to keep an eye on them, and he also has prepared magic outside of whatever dungeon they're going to see when they do that. When the time comes, he'll come toward us and set us up in that dungeon to be ready and ambush them when they enter our little chamber. With any luck, we'll be able to take them out quickly without too much worry of a fight.
Probably after he says that, I'm like notably a little shaken. But I'll try to play it off as yes, indeed. Has he learned anything from them?
Not yet. He was struggling to establish a connection with them so far. If he
Nothing's willing
has,
to tell us anyway.
yeah. And if he has, he hasn't told us what they're up to either way. All I know is that that's what he intends on doing.
Very well.
Right, so what do we do for the time being? Just
For,
sit and wait?
I know it doesn't sound enjoyable, but yes. If a month passes and I don't reappear, then I want you guys to try and take control of the situation. I'm sure you're aware of the election, correct?
Yes. It's hard not to ignore.
Yeah, no doubts. Because the Freelance Guild are sponsoring it, they're trying to put someone who's more sympathetic to Aaron on in my position in order to keep their grips on Caldwell tighter. If I survive, I plan on coming back out, saying that Aaron kidnapped me, and use it to start another anti-Aaron campaign, hopefully rile everyone up and make them sympathetic for our cause so we can finally begin that war. But if a month passes, I need one of you to attempt to win the election before the Freelance Guild can put their puppet in.
You have a document we can perhaps use to secure our positions?
I could try and... Yes, actually, that might be a good idea. I could attempt to forge a will, because if this fails, it's possible I may be dead anyways, and use that will to name you. The freelance name one of you as mayor, then the Freelance Guild will have to contend with that. And more than likely, well, they'll try, in the eyes of public, if they ignore my will, they'll just show their hand. Either way, either one of you succeeds or they get discontent, or they cause discontent among the population. Either way serves our ends.
You have that prepared right now?
I do not, but give me a few seconds. I do have some paper here and I'll prepare it immediately.
I will point out too, disguise self only lasts an hour.
Yeah, he seems to be doing it fairly quickly, and you haven't been
Right.
there for too long.
How did it all come to this?
I wish I knew. That group, I don't know how or why. They're supposed to be just a bunch of trainees. You told us that they weren't. That they probably weren't going to be too much of a threat.
I didn't think they would.
What if they're using that same magic as that Fleffel? What if they're listening to us right now? I still think they need to be dealt with as soon as possible.
I understand. Don't worry. We plan on... Fleffel believes that they'll do so, that they'll be going to that dungeon fairly soon. Apparently they have all the requirements to do it, whatever the heck that means. Or at least Fluffle thinks they have, and he grabs a paper and he starts walking back to the table and starts writing. Or at least he thinks they have whatever requirements they need. I don't understand it either, but he thinks it won't be long before they enter that dungeon and we can begin that ambush. And he begins writing down what appears to be a will.
Very well then. Like I said, keep me updated. It'll surely brighten my day when I hear their corpses hit the ground.
I imagine, with any and all luck, you'll see me again soon, and then we can finally throw off Aaron's oppression. He walks up to you and he hands you the forged will.
All right, I'll let
Is it really even forged?
Well, yeah, I suppose technically it isn't. Well, okay, will, except for he's not maybe dead yet, I suppose.
Yeah, he has his signature on there and his writing and everything. I'll let Harold actually grab that because it might look odd if I grab it with my shirt.
All right.
Do you have any more questions for me?
You've pacified my emotions.
I have a question, actually. You hear the Clefable say.
Hmm?
Yes.
There are three of you. Why did we hear why did I hear four sets of footprints?
Renyl's going to minor illusion Kieran's voice and say, "It sounds like you're hearing things. You know, that's that I've heard that's kind of the prodrome of a migraine sometime." And then he's going to psionically cast Psychic Lance on the Clefable.
Okay. What save is that?
Intelligence.
Okay. Oh my gosh, radio. Okay. Let's see. And
Oh dear.
what's your DC?
16.
She passed.
That's fine. Just got to make her hurt a bit. Okay, 15 psychic damage.
Okay. You see her suddenly clutch her head.
He's gonna make his disguise wince and say, "Might want to take some painkillers."
Roll deception with advantage because you've been putting on a pretty good act with that magic there.
All right. I'll just roll the 2d20. So 9 plus 4, and I'm gonna put a luck point into that to make it a total of 15.
And thus that luck point you had at the beginning of the session fades. Ow. Okay, yeah, I might need some painkillers.
In case we'll
See if I've got anything. I'm gonna pull out an orange berry. I don't know how well these things work for headaches, but for what it's worth.
I'll take anything, frankly, right now. Well, the bee sharp approaches you to take the oranberry and deliver it.
I will pass it to him.
Okay.
nonetheless we should be careful. They might have
Yes,
turned invisible or something in the hallway, and we'll check on the way back.
please do so. And yes, try not to approach here too often. You need to keep up appearances, and we can't let anyone else know we're down here for now.
Hey, we wouldn't have come in here if we didn't think it was important. Not gonna make this a daily habit or anything.
Also, I'm gonna get a periphery glance around the room too, see if there's anything notable about this place. Like,
It seems to
just
like you have what you see. There's bed, there's some shelves, chamber, some armor over there. There's a grate right there. On the back wall, there is a large banner of the same one that you currently have, the ancient banner that they mentioned. There's just there and stuff like that, and a desk there.
all right. So it just basically looks kind of like a bunker then.
Yeah.
All right. All right then. We'll be on our way. We'll try to make our visits less frequent too.
Thank you. It's important that we have the utmost care. Situation is very delicate for now.
Yeah, no kidding.
He sort
And
of waves you off.
yeah, I bid him adieu, and I begin walking back.
Sergey, give me another stealth roll.
You can't do this to me, man.
Yes, I can. I'm the DM.
Well, it's 10 either way.
Perennial's gonna make his character, his disguise trip.
Karen, you might want to be careful.
Karen.
Yeah, sorry, it's part of having big feet. You get used to it. And he kind of picks himself up and dusts himself off.
Alright, and you seem to manage to walk back out without incident. You're back in the office, and as you reach the top of the staircase, the mechanism seems to put the desk back in place.
Okay. I'm debating whether we should just walk out or go through the window.
Probably through the window.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have seen us enter.
Let's let's go through. I'll open the window. And does it look like it only closes from the inside, or would I have to be on the inside to close it?
It
Aurelio
looks,
can just vortex orb you out.
yeah,
Yeah.
it looks like it's only from the inside that it closes. You can't close it very well from the outside.
All right. So then I'll let everyone out, and then I'll let Reniel vortex warp me out. Maybe I'll go like in front of the curtains so I can close the curtains.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Whoosh.
Oh, wait. One more thing. I'm going to slip the note back underneath the cupboard.
Okay. I was wondering whether you were going to do that or not. All right. Swoosh. And you are out. You are now outside of the mayor's office in the middle of night.
All right. We'll find an alleyway to perhaps get off all our disguises.
Okay, you do that.
All right. Can I even get rid of it? Because it's not concentration. I think it just lasts an hour.
Oh, yeah.
Does it
yeah.
have any way of just dropping it?
No. Well, dispel magic probably, but otherwise no.
God, I don't want to walk around town like this. So how long have we been going with this?
Probably
Or
around.
you look different until the spell ends, or until you use your action to dismiss it.
Oh,
Yeah, I was
okay.
gonna say.
Good. Yeah. Dismiss.
Dismiss.
Okay, you're back to normal now. And Sir,
Sergey just
Harold,
kind of pops back into existence.
yeah, and Harold can go into an alleyway and quickly take off his "I am clearly Raven" notepad on his face. Okay, you are now all you're still in town, but you're all back to normal, not walking around in disguises.
All right. Let's go back to the outskirts.
Right.
Okay.
On the
you-
way there, Renyel says to Sergi,
You really need to work on your stealth.
I'm not the one who's usually doing it. He doesn't have much else to say. He already knows how badly he did.
Okay. You all eventually make it back into your little outskirts of town, quote unquote camp.
All right. So they're setting up an ambush for when we enter a mystery dungeon.
The path to the old world, most likely.
So my best guess is how we can turn this around on him. My best approach, I mean.
Could be a lot of CILS members and potentially Fluffle.
Well, I think what we got to think of here was like, what does Fluffle not want?
Well, clearly, for us to be able to provide a way for the Ultra Beasts to get back home. Seems like it could be a difficult location to set up, though, since the dungeon is constantly relocating.
Who would he not want with us? He's going to talk. He's going to set up this ambush and he's going to talk. And he's going to say how he got one over on us. And while he's doing that, we could potentially turn some people against him.
I don't think he's. Is he actually going to be there personally, do you think?
I definitely think he's going to be there. I just
I
have
do
a
not
feel.
think he would. I think he will simply have the CILS do his dirty work.
But apparently he's doing the same thing with the Purge.
We do not know that, but it seems likely.
And I wouldn't think he's getting both of them to get on the same page and work together to kill us, even for that common goal. I don't think that's going to happen.
Maybe he's setting up different groups to ambush us depending on where we decide to enter the dungeon.
That does make sense.
can I see the main map, Sonic?
Sure. Let me pull it up for you. Here. I need to clean it up.
That is
Another
a viable theory. As you can see here, there is a white rock close. A white rock. One of the locations is slightly to our southeast. Then further to the south, there is another one located in Erin. And then the one located in Ledrith could be covered by the Ultra Beasts.
well, we can. He's watching us too. They said, and obviously he didn't hear us planning that to infiltrate that bunker there. So maybe if we knew when he was watching us, we can give him fake information. We could say we're going for that rock, and we can go for that rock instead.
Renyel's going to use Miracle Eye.
Okay.
And he's just going to look around, see if he can see any sensors.
You do that. At this point in time, you do not see any sensors around you.
We are not currently being watched at the very least.
If there was a way to know when that was happening.
Or how it was happening.
So perhaps we make our plans now and then at any point in the future, we just refer to it as the other one.
Yes, let's continue to plan the next few nights. We're gonna go to the rock close to Whitetown. We'll speak that aloud, and we're really gonna go towards the one in Aaron.
What about the tree?
Yes, the tree.
That
We
could
should-
also be the mystery dungeon he was talking about.
Yeah, but even they don't know where that one is.
Yeah, he's looking for that.
And again, if we're being watched, maybe that's the last place we should go.
We still don't have the other artifact to get to the new world. We need the two stones put together.
We would need some
Check.
sort of smith to be able to do that.
Well, I might be able to put them together. Maybe we should go visit the Delvers.
All right. So, I think we should make it routine to put on a fake conversation about how we're going to go to this rock here every night. While we keep our plans to go to this one in our heads.
Certainly sounds good to me.
All right. And so what this basically entails is before we go to sleep every night, we're going to talk about maybe make actual realistic plans about going to this rock and how we should approach it, but that's not what we're going to do.
And before we do it every night, Reniel will use Miracle Eye, assuming he still has a use of it left.
Okay.
I'm going to write it down too so I can remember to say it. Fake plan every night. Okay.
Does Miracle Eye alert whoever you sense?
Not really.
Could they see you using it?
I don't know, DM.
I imagine there's some sort of like shiftiness in Reniel's eyes.
It would probably be his gem.
Yeah, his gem. Whether or not they'd realize, hey, that's him using Miracle Eye, or whether it's just he may be casting a random spell or something, you would have no idea, but there would be a visual indication, but you don't know whether they would know that that visual indication means Reniel is using Miracle Eye.
It'd be like if you told us just randomly 3 sessions ago, Reniel's head gem glows without telling us the context.
Hmm.
All right. So what are we going to we're going to try and get the stones together then?
Or at least figure out how to do it.
This isn't really my area of expertise. Do you know where we could go?
Mentioned something about the Delvers.
Oh right, yeah, you did mention that. All right then. That's where we'll go.
We did have to
And we should be
check
careful
up.
when entering the Delvers if we're being watched too.
Absolutely.
Well,
Also, we did promise them that next time we showed up, we'd have a team name.
We lied. We are the liars.
I lied, as I always have.
Oh, okay. This is it, guys. What's the team name?
Oh no.
Land Force.
You just hear Cricketune.
look at me. I'm not one for names.
The Intrepid Four. The Nat 20s. Hold on, I'm throwing out a lot here. You've got to try.
The outcasts.
What about... What about something like Team Nova? Since Nova literally means new, and we're trying to, make a new Lanwell.
Tent Nova. Name it after the tent. Sorry.
Codename Eldritch Tent.
You can't seriously be suggesting we name it after the tent.
Let's name it after the tent.
I mean, it is pretty constant in our. It's been a pretty constant in our journey.
What, you want to just call us Extra Pole?
Yeah, we'll be the extra pull to prop up Lanwell.
You know what? As fuzzy as it is, I like it. Extra poll it is. Unless anyone has any other votes.
Or spare parts.
Yeah, spare parts.
That's a good one.
Oh my gosh.
I see. Well, I guess I'd kind of hoped for something a little more meaningful, but
Well, it seems like everyone was a little trepidatious on giving a name anyway.
So is it extra poll or is it spare parts?
I think that it should be spare parts as it fits the theme of the tent having spare parts, and we are all from different backgrounds, as spare parts tend to be.
I kind of like spare parts. It is, a little ridiculous, but it is a little, meaningful at the same time.
can't argue with that.
All right.
Yeah, you never know when you'll need spare parts.
Okay. And I guess with our team finally named, that's where we'll end it off.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Join us next time as I guess these guys are heading back to the Delvers. See you all then. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.